Alright guys, so for the antique classic vintage toy entry to my journal today, I have 3 Acrobats. You don't see these toys every day. You can find them on eBay, and there's quite a difference from one to the other. Alright, what we have here, this one here, this young girl here, made 1950s. On the other side here, this young girl here was made 1960s. And in the middle, my favorite one, this young boy here, 1930s mechanical wind-up Acrobat. Okay, now, I've done a lot of research online about these toys. You're going to find them on eBay, and people claim all different things about them. The years, the region of origin, and everything else, okay? And unfortunately, a lot of information is false. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert by any means, but I've done my homework on these things, as I have on all my toys, and I try very hard not to say or print anything that I know for a fact is not the truth, to the best of my knowledge. Now, there's differences in every one of these toys. Just looking at the 3 of them, they do basically the same function. However, there is definitely difference in all of them. Okay, they're all made of celluloid plastic, okay? However, celluloid plastic, it evolved over the years. From the late 20s, early 30s, when it became commonly used, up to the 1960s. Almost 1970s was still being used. Now you just look at the face and the structure and the detail of the expression of the faces and the shape of the bodies, etc. You can tell, okay, the difference between 1960s, 1950s, and 1930s. The detail is drastically different and easy to tell. Okay, so that's why I'm saying that they're similar in mechanical ability, but they're very different in age and quality and workmanship. And because some of the same materials we use does not mean they're equal. Okay, so I'm going to wind them up one at a time and show you how well they do. Okay, and to give you a little brief background on them. Sit tight a minute. Okay, so first up is this 1950s girl Acrobat. Okay, and this particular one came to me in very, very bad shape. This is the first one I acquired. Very bad shape. Both hands were broken. Totally broken. One was actually missing half a hand. And the hands are fastened to the crossbar here. The hand must be fastened tightly and must move with the bar. Okay? And that's the way it must work. Alright? They can't swing free. If they swing free, nothing's going to work. The whole opera's going to fall apart. So anyway, I had to reconstruct these 2 hands and hot glue them together to the bar, and I also put those shims in there to give me something else to catch, so they would be secure. And after a lot of tinkering with it, I got her to work pretty decent now, as you're going to see. Let me wind her up and show you what. Okay, I just want to mention, anybody out there looking to work on one of these, when you set one of these up, the bar here with the counterweight ball must be opposite the top of the figure. The head is up on top here, the counterweight's on the bottom. It must be that way for it to work. Just wanted to point that out right away. Okay, I'm going to release here and see what you can do. for a 1950s toy that was totally not working, and now it's working pretty darn good. This young girl's got some moves, I tell you. Okay, alright, let's wind up the next one, see what she can do. Okay, 1960s. Okay, again, the celluloid with all of them was just slightly different, and as time went on, the celluloid looked more and more like the plastic we have today. Let's see what she can do now. Watch that counterweight, will always be opposite the head. It's a magnificent, simple mechanism using the gravity of one part forcing the other part to move. Very simple in its design, but complicated in its mechanism, how everything must work. Alright, let's move on to the old timer, the 1930s. Alright guys, 1930. Just giving you a close-up so you can see the difference in the detail of every little thing. Every single facial feature is there in perfect order, so to speak. I'm going to wind them up now and show you if the old guy can do what he's supposed to. Okay, let it rip. Not too bad for 90 years old, huh? Just when you think this guy's done, he's got a few more flips in him. Just want to mention all three were wound the same amount. 4 turns, all 3. Now, they all need oiling, okay? They all need oiling. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to touch the ball now, just touch it. And you can see that the mechanism's not even spent yet. Just needs some oil, that's all. That's funny, stop like that. Okay, so done pretty good, huh? So for what we got here? We got 1950s, that's 70 years old. 1960, that's 60 years old. And 1930, that's 90 years old. So, how would you say these match up to toys of today? Huh? I don't think there's any comparison whatsoever. Just a couple of minor things I just want to point out for anybody watching this who's trying to get information about these. You can see this one here, 1950s. You see the case there is open. The motor is open. Okay. This one I know for a fact was made in China, because I've seen several of them online in my research. Okay, with the box. That one I know for a fact is made in China. Now the girl over here, her case is enclosed in plastic. No markings on any of these at all, anywhere. I've searched with a magnifying glass. Now, just the fact it's encased in plastic proves to me that it's newer than the other one. Okay? Now the 1930s one, it is encased, but it's encased in steel. Okay? There's no plastic in this toy. No, this toy, no plastic. It is celluloid, which is, a lot of people say it's the same as plastic, but it was not. It was actually one of the first forms of a plastic type material. But, and the other difference is in the counterweight. This counterweight is quite big. Quite big. The other ones are quite small. Alright, so it's a bigger figure. It required a little more weight to counter it, to make it spin. That's what I'm getting out of that. So, just some little things, little small facts about them. Just wanted to point out, anybody watching is interested. Alright guys, so that's what we got today. We got the Acrobats, the Farmerville Acrobat team. Alright, and I'm sure they're going to be finding their way into future videos. Thanks for watching guys. Any questions you have or info you have, please feel free to share. Book 'em, Daniel.